Morning guys, it's January 3rd, 2024. I had a call from a lady, she got a gas furnace. I was there like five years ago, 6 years ago, and now she's having the same problem. It kind of works periodically, she got to shut it off to get it working again. So, I think it might be a flame sensor. Might be a flame sensor that's an issue. Dirty, you know. Should clean them every couple of years, a flame sensor. Said it's a gas furnace, but you know, it might be a boiler, I don't know. We'll see when we get over there. Never a dull moment.
I don't know, I'm still occupying my time pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like that igniter might be compromised. It looks a little...
It seemed like that was... that's why I was surprised I was able to get it going, because...
And the flame sensor.
It used to come on kind of like with a whoosh, and then you would hear the gas valve open or whatever. But it was being amazingly quiet for the last couple of weeks now.
It does look a little...
It wouldn't surprise me.
You changed the air filter? Don't look like that's been changed in a while.
I did clean it once. That's like a permanent one.
You clean it?
I have cleaned it a couple times. It's a ditch to get in and out.
So it sure seems like a issue.
But it's I cleaned it a couple times.
Yeah, it's because it's got screws in it, maybe.
No, I don't think it's screwed in it. It does come out, but it gets caught on stuff and...
I think it gets caught on some screws or something. I don't know. Ain't looking good. Flame sensor don't look crazy bad, but we'll clean it while I'm here. Maybe change that igniter. Looks like somebody put a... crazy. Look at that.
I don't think anybody's touched it since you.
Nuts. You like being retired? I'll shut the power off.
Yeah, so far. I retired from teaching because I just plain had enough.
Were you a teacher?
Yeah, I was bored, but I did put my name in for substituting.
Oh yeah?
In case I get bored.
Yeah?
But I just, yeah. I said after the first of the year they could put my name in, so.
You're getting bored already?
No, I'm not, but I figured, well...
Just in case?
Yeah, just in case, and a few extra bucks is always nice too. And you can be really selective with who you sub for, so... I haven't done it yet. It's only the third of the month.
Boy, they put it in kind of a... They don't give you much room in there, do they?
No.
Ain't crazy dirty, but we'll clean it. I don't think that's the... It's probably that igniter. Most likely.
Okay, yeah. I just looked at the date on it.
Is that what happened last?
5 or 6 years. It was 14.
14?
The last time you were here. That's 10 years.
That's 10 years.
That's 10 years. Okay.
Yeah, it looks a little compromised, the igniter, like it's...
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me in the least. Did they still install this type of heating system, or is it all like the condensing like that?
Say that again?
Do they still install this type of furnace, or is it all the condensing high.
Yeah, of course they
efficiency
do.
stuff. Do they?
Yeah.
'Cause it's funny, and tell me to be quiet if I'm lying. My brother-in-law just installed a brand new $11,000 furnace. He's
Oh,
up in
heat
Wayne.
pump,
He's up
piece
in
of
Wayne.
shit.
No, but what happened was, it's a condensing furnace, one of the high efficiency ones with all the high tech electronics on it. You can control his thermostat with his phone, the whole ridiculous
Yeah,
thing.
he's got a high efficiency piece of shit that somebody sold him.
Yes, well listen to this.
Dum dum.
Yeah, and that's what
Flipping
I told him.
dum-dum, you know?
I told him you gotta shop around. But anyway, so we did it in September. They went away the middle of December, and they went away on a Wednesday. I was joining them on a Saturday. So I go up to their house, I'm gonna take care of the cats, and I'm gonna meet up with my friends, and we're gonna have an early flight on a Saturday. This is Friday afternoon. Brand new. I walk in the house, it's like 50 degrees, and I said to myself, this is not like my sister. She has to keep the heat on for the cats. Well, sure enough, a piece had gone, some sensor thing had gone bad. They didn't have the parts.
Of course not.
The guy says to me, I said, this is brand new. What, like, a year or two? I said, no, like a month or two. He tells me, you can't get the part. So the house was out of heat for 3 days until they got the friggin' part.
Wow.
It's like, what?
No, I tell people all the time, keep it simple, you know. But no, they gotta get a rebate. Flipping dum
They
dums.
didn't even get the rebate. The contractor who installed it screwed them up on the rebate and said at the very end, oh, we don't participate in that shit. It was like, whoa. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, so he didn't even get a rebate. He should have got a
Yeah, you got a rebate, all right. He's gonna get a rebate, all right.
Yeah.
Gonna get it. Bend them over
Right.
for a flipping rebate.
He
Gonna get a Biden rebate.
Yeah.
Burn the flipping.
Yeah.
Buy these electric cars and they're all burning down.
Yeah, that's, well,
Crazy.
they're pushing the heat pumps. I noticed I walk in the neighborhood, I noticed a lot of people with houses like this have jumped to the heat pump thing, and it's like,
Nah, it's not a, heat pumps are no good because when it gets really cold out,
it goes to resistance heat.
yeah, but the problem is that if it gets cold out, they're taking the heat from outside and they're bringing it inside. So if it gets down to like 10 degrees, there's no heat in the air.
I know.
So usually about 32,
Yeah.
34, that they switch over to electric coils because there's not a lot of heat in the air.
Right.
So usually they
your
say
bills go-
from Washington D.C. south
They're
is
fine.
okay for heat pumps, but up here, no, up north, not so much. But these burners probably need to be cleaned also. Wouldn't hurt
Well, while you're here,
while I'm here.
do what you need.
While I'm here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I try to tell people. People don't listen.
No,
They're just,
right, they don't.
they're stupid. You know?
I agree.
They're stupid. Unfortunately.
Before I was a teacher,
Oh yeah.
I worked for Mass.
Gonna get a rebate. You're gonna get a rebate, all right, you
Yeah,
dum
if
dum.
you jump through a million hoops.
Flipping dum dum.
Yeah, I worked for Mass Save for 20 years before I did the teaching thing, when Mass Save was totally different. And yeah, people don't listen to anything.
No. Yeah, gonna get you a rebate. You get a flipping rebate, all right.
Because things are so overpriced.
Yeah, and then you end up with a piece of shit where you can't get parts for it.
Right.
And it's always breaking down.
Right. And that's exactly why my brother-in-law replaced it. The same guy who installed it told him, oh, it's almost 20 years old. You want to think about replacing this. So he gets all, oh, okay, can't have that happen. Crazy shit.
Wow. Really. So you miss working? No.
No,
You don't miss it.
I don't. I thought I might a little bit, but
You don't.
I don't. I think part of it too is I have a number of friends who are retired, so there's always somebody around and
Well, it's something to do.
always something to do, and
Man, that's really a problem. I'd like to just take the whole thing right the hell out of there, to be honest with you.
alright, if you want me to turn it on or anything, just yell.
I'll give you a holler.
Alright, I'll leave you be here.
Let's see how dirty these burners are. Gonna be dirty and all, but I got the power off to it. Well, looks like the inducer might have a crack in it. Might be a problem with that. Not pulling in the vacuum port. It could be the vacuum port's blocked on the... Might have birds in the belfry. Wouldn't doubt it. This last one, I like to change this igniter too while I'm in here. It's probably not the problem, but it looks a little compromised to me. Igniter looks a little compromised. I got it unplugged. And it's a standard igniter here. See how it's getting white? That's not a good sign. Well, it's getting white there. I should probably change that too. Maybe. Get that other burner out. Give these things a good cleaning. See, she's pretty dirty, the crossover pieces. There's a little vacuum port up here. Sometimes it gets a little shit in the vacuum port. Sometimes it's an issue. Got a little wire. Sometimes that port gets blocked with sediment. Sometimes a little port there. Sometimes it gets blocked. I'm going to check for birds and the bats in the belfry here in a minute, but sometimes that little port, it gets a little blocked. That's enough not to pull the vacuum switch in. It did seem like it had a little crusties in there. This has got a little crack on it also. I want to show that. That little port, sometimes that's a problem. we'll check, we'll put this thing all back together. We'll clean out these little passageways here. That could be an issue. That could be an issue. What happens is the gas goes across those passageways, and if there's an issue with it, sometimes it won't work right. Gotta clean out them little passageways, because that's where the gas goes to light the next burner. This one's to go in. It wants to clip in. It's gonna clip in there's little wings in there that has to clip in. Good little wings, Mama. You guys can see, but there's like a male and a female. It has to go in a certain way. They only go in one way. That flame sensor hooked back up. I got it cleaned. There it is. I'm just gonna get all this shit back together and put a new flame sensor, because that looks a little compromised to me. When in doubt, we change it out. That's my motto. Last one in there. You guys can see, hopefully. A little dark and dingy down here, but it's all part of the YouTube experience. Dark and dingy. You can see how it's kind of pretty white right across there. That's not good. I'm going to put a new one in there. I should have another one. I like these Robert Shaw ones, they're good. It's the same thing, just new. When in doubt, we change it out. You have to be careful you don't break this thing. They're very wimpy. very wimpy. You don't want to break them. They're very wimpy. And we're gonna check the blower also. A lot of times it's just that port that gets dirty, but while I'm in here, alright, so we've got a new igniter. This is B-vent. This one, if there's any flipping.
Slightly. Just to look at all three toilets. They've never really been serviced.
What do you need sealed that's leaking very lightly? What do you mean by that?
There's a pipe that's leaking a little bit of water, and it's very, very, very slight.
See if we got any bats in the belfry. Oh, no bats. No bugs. I like to just turn it on quick just to blow the flipping shit out of the. Turn it on quick just to blow the shit out of the fan. There's a lot of shit in there and whatnot. Hello! You turn up your thermostat? Yeah. You turn it up?
I will, yeah, right now.
I just want to blow the shit the hell out of there. Just gonna turn it up. I'm just gonna run it to blow the shit out. I just took the smoke pipe apart to make sure there's no birds in there. You got it turned up?
Yeah.
Just making humming noise, kind of weird.
Yeah, that was the noise it was making.
This has got a crack in it here. See this? I don't know if you can see it.
Let's see.
Feel it's got a crack in it.
Oh, yeah.
I cleaned this port.
Yeah.
I put a new cleaned the flame sensor and I put a new glow plug in there because that one was kind of white.
Yep.
See it?
Yep.
So we'll put a new one of that in there. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was doing. And then I whack it and shut it on and off.
It almost seems like that inducer motor might be an issue.
Hmm.
I can get that if I have to. Yeah, I got 26 volts.
Yeah, I did think it was weird that I could make it start by banging it and turning the switch on and off.
Say that again?
I did think it was weird that I could get it going by turning the switch on and off and banging it.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have to do that. Yeah, I think it's this motor.
Ah,
I'm gonna check it right now, see if we got power going to it and that it don't spin. I know it's the motor, right?
yeah, because another thought that crossed my mind was mice eating wires, too.
It's probably that, because that has to spin first.
Oh,
So we'll check it right now. We'll put our meter in there
yeah.
and turn it on and see if I get power. If I get 110 going to it and it's not spinning, well, it's a bad motor, right?
I would guess.
So
That would make sense.
we'll check it right here. See it? Let's see if we get 110. Nope, we're not getting the voltage.
Huh.
So it might be a bad board.
Oh.
It's gonna be that board. That's bad, because I'm getting voltage. We need a new circuit board. 'Cause that has to run first, you know?
Yeah.
I got the meter in there. It should be 110 when it calls. Volts AC. We're not getting any voltage there. That fan has to run first thing before we.
Yeah. And
I know the transformer's working because I had voltage there, 24 volts. So got a bad board. I mean, start whacking on it. There's a little relay in there. It's probably clicking in and out. You know.
yeah, I thought that was really bizarre. Now let me ask you this. Is it worth repairing or is it worth thinking about replacing since it's 27 years old?
Well, we get a new board. I mean, the board's, you know.
Well, I guess that's what I'm asking you.
I would put a new board in there. I mean, you know,
You
you're
would-
probably
oh,
looking
okay.
at a couple $100 for a board.
Okay, all
And
right.
then
That's
plus these other parts, obviously you got to pay me for
Okay,
these other parts.
yeah.
But
No.
I mean, it's definitely not. You're gonna cost some serious money. Let me get a new board and let's try
okay.
that.
Yeah, no. I trust your opinion. I just thought
That's
I would
what I
ask
would do.
that.
I'd
Okay,
get a new board.
all right.
Let me call right now and see if I can get it. I'll go get it and come back and put it in right now. Alright, I gotta change this board. I got a new one. I don't know why they got this flipping thing like this. This is a little queer. I don't know why they got that like that. I need to put that in there where it belongs. Oh, shit. Red and white on the thermostat. Kind of a queer board. Got the red and white there. Get that out of the way. Get this out of the flipping way here. disconnect the board, get it right out of there. A little big pen trick. A little big pen. One, two. There's that one. And then there's this one. That should come right out. The old big pen trick. Put the new board in there and swap the wires out. Not a cheap board, I'll tell you. Static, you gotta wear gloves so you don't get any static. I'm gonna take these, pop these off. Little big pen trick. Little big pen. I should be able to just swap the wires out one at a time here, right? Nice and easy. Okay, so this one here, this red. One's a little bit different than the other one. This is red. 24 volt red. 24 volt there. 24 volt common. Looks like a little different type of board. What do we got here? I can go in one way, so it's a one-way setup. Alright, so what do we got here? These are all these three are neutrals. Neutrals. Not a cheap board. Alright, and then this one here is L1. 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 This is another L1. And what we got here is the fan. Got the cooling, the blue one, the cooling. put it back the way it was. Right on the heat. And then M2, this black one, M2 is here. And this is M1. The board's a little different. It's not the same. Why I had this flipping? That's not going to move, they'll stay there like that, you know. Before it was just floating in the flipping wind. Alright, we got that. Next thing we're going to do is this black one. Wires that come out the top here. It's all in there now. Put the cover back and it should work. Alright. It should work now. I got everything back together. I got the red and the white tied back in. I should be able to put this on, start it up. I got this fastened over there and blow this out. Alright, shit's not coming out. I could put the smoke pipe back together. Should work now. It'll work now. It should fire up now. Gonna do it, ignite them in there, clean flame sensitive burners. It's glowing red. It should fire. Back together.
Back together. Yeah.
But that's why it was so much. I mean,
What are you gonna
all
do?
it takes is one of those little relays in there to be gone woke on us.
And I mean, it's, you know.
And I changed this while I was in there. See how it's got like a white streak on it?
Yep.
It's getting ready to let loose. See it?
Yeah.
I mean, no sense in leaving that.
I could tell by how long it was taken to come on, even when it was working, that, yeah, that. And like I said, it's 27 years old.
I mean, that was a hard one. They're not all easy. You hope they are.
You hope they are, right?
Just how it is.
So it's good for another 10 years, right?
Hopefully. You know, I could have just lit it up and then just got a new board, but all this other shit needed to be done anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it.
You don't want to be calling me back every...
Exactly, that's the thing. I knew, I could tell the igniter was a problem, because I know what happens with it.
Well, shit, like this igniter, when it gets like a white line like that, it's not long for this world.
Yeah.
And if I don't change it now, I'll be calling me back in a week.
Yes. No,
Not working again.
Like
Then
I
what?
said, I have no problem with that.
Then they piss you off.
Yeah. I could tell, with just the way it comes on, I could tell it was taking longer for it to come on once the...
Yeah.
It's taking a long time for it to heat up.
Was it?
Yeah.
Clean the burners, clean the flame sensor, new hot surface igniter, new main control board, and the smoke pipe is clear. So you had quite a few issues there going on. The main board was the main issue. I did take the filter out, cleaned it. It's one of them washable ones.